Something feels weird. Something's changing.
You remember the tools we taught you, right?
What was your relationship with the Stephen King book? Have you read it before making the film, or what led you to choose it as a base for the film?
Yes, I read it when I was a kid. I think I was probably 13 years old, and I maybe had found it at a library. I read it and I really liked it. It was one of the very first Stephen King things that I had read. So it kind of had a special place in that it was one of the first. And when I was offered the movie at Blumhouse, it was exciting because I had walked into Blumhouse not knowing what we were going to talk about. And so when they brought up Firestarter, I thought, wow, that's amazing. And not only do I love it, but I think I could do something interesting with it.
One of the things I like the most about the film is that it's not a straight horror sci-fi film, It's a family film. It deals with themes as love and caring and family relationships. And I wanted to know, how was it to work with Ryan and Zach and Sydney in that, to create that bond?
Yeah, it was important to me because I responded to the script now because I'm a father myself. I've got a son and two daughters, and one of my daughters is the same age as Ryan. And so I really saw the relationship between Zach and Ryan and myself raising a daughter at this age. I wanted to be true to the emotions of that and what the drama of that. It's interesting, the screenwriter Scott Teems also has three kids, also the same age as mine. So we had that in common of being a dad and knowing that. And Zach was very, very eager to explore that as an actor. He really wanted to explore the father role. And Ryan is, an amazing, amazing actor just on her own. But the bond between them, they were able to come up with this great chemistry very quickly that felt believable, and that it felt like these two are not only connected as father and daughter, but that they're both feeling the stress of this situation in very relatable ways.
I want to help her.
You want to use her.
When I was watching the film, I also noticed that there were certain themes about, growing up and coming of age, and dealing with, certain things that come with those feelings. How was it for you to throw them into the mix? Was it something that came naturally, or was it in there from the script?
It was both in there in the script, but also something that I really wanted to emphasize and bring up. It was important to me that I didn't want Charlie's abilities to feel like a gift, and that I didn't want them to feel like, I didn't want people to walk away saying, hey, I wish I could do that and I could just burn every bully's head or whatever it was. I wanted them to have real gravity and repercussions, and for us to feel like what would it be like for real if you had a child who had this ability, like in a scientific way, but also just in an emotional way. Luckily, that was in the script and that was there, and it was just a matter of Scott Teems and I working more and more to make it even stronger, so that we really felt what the family was feeling, and the emotions and the turbulence. And it's hard enough being a kid, but if you're a kid who can burn a house down just by thinking about it, that's interesting. I want to be in that. I want to see what happens.
One of the things I liked the most about the film was the music. So I wanted to know, how was it to work with John Carpenter and his team on this?
Yeah, it was amazing. It really was. I had the luxury of being able to, I was in Toronto at the time. I finished Firestarter and I was working on another project, but I was able to Zoom with John and Cody and Daniel each weekend. And we would go over the film, we'd go over score, and it's just, it was like a dream come true as a horror fan to be able to see my film at John Carpenter's desk as he's working on the score. And, you know, it's just like, you know, your head explodes. It's like Scanners. So, you know, it was really amazing. And I just feel so lucky that, you know, the collaboration worked as well as it did, and the score came out just as incredible as I had hoped it would.